This is dibasic calcium phosphate. Yum. Let me make a teaspoon is how much it says you should have of this stuff every day, especially when you're fasting and you're not getting phosphate from any place else. I like to put it in the palm of my hand like this. Then I like to take a little bit of potassium chloride salt, shake it on there, and this makes a delicious treat. Now that is some dicalcium phosphate seasoned to taste with potassium and sodium chloride. A delicious treat when you've been fasting. Yum. Let me have another bite of this. I want to talk a little bit about hypophosphatemia. That means it's a fancy word for when you don't have enough phosphorus. And it's really dangerous. It could kill you. How it happens is there's something called refeeding syndrone. When you haven't eaten for a long time, and all of a sudden you eat, your body will put out some insulin. And when it does that, all kinds of changes happen, and what can happen is all the phosphorus in your blood could be sucked out. And when that happens, you could have a heart attack and die. One of the most famous incidents of this was at the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. There are all these people starving to death in there, and they hadn't eaten for a long time, and they were really hungry. And so when the camp was liberated, they said, hey, let's give these people some food. But when they did that, they all died. And it was because one of the main reasons was hypophosphatemia. See, because they were so starving and their tissues were so deprived of phosphates, that when they ate and insulin started coming back into their system, it sucked all the phosphorus right out of their blood, and there was no backup, and they died. So that's hypophosphatemia, something you want to avoid. Now, I don't really know. I talked to my doctor about this, and he didn't know either if this stuff, dibasic calcium phosphate, is going to do any good with that. I don't even know if it's going to get absorbed. It could just go right out of my body. You know, I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost about 92, 93 pounds so far. So hopefully next time I eat, I won't get hypophosphatemia. Anyway, we'll find out. If I'm still around and I don't die next time I eat, I'm going to make another video. And but let me know in the comments if you think this stuff, calcium phosphate, does any good, if that'll put phosphate in your system. You know, the thing is, calcium phosphate's not soluble in water, so you could just eat it and it could just pass right through you without giving you any phosphates. I'm going to get tested before I eat again. My doctor's going to check me out to see what my phosphate levels in my blood serum are. So hopefully they'll be good, and he'll give me a green light to eat again. You know, I was slightly exaggerated when I said everybody that they fed died. Really, when Bergen-Belsen camp was liberated, there was about 60,000 prisoners in there, and really only about 14,000 of them died. And to be honest, you know, some of them had diseases like typhus, and they were in pretty bad shape. So some of them might have died of comorbidities, but it was a big case. It was really a big case. A lot of them died when they got fed because they got hypophosphatemia. So it's a real thing. There was this other time when Napoleon was marching back from, his army was marching back from Moscow when they were retreating, and they got to this place called Vilnius. A lot of the men, and they were starving and they were cold. And they got to Vilnius and they said, oh boy, we could have some food now. And they ate, and a lot of them died there too. And they didn't really get what caused it back then, but one theory is a lot of them died of hypophosphatemia. So it's definitely something to watch out for. Hopefully, I said I'll be back to make another video, but that's only if I don't die the next time I eat. So if I survive, I'll let you know. I'll make another video. And hopefully I won't get hypophosphatemia because it's really bad news. Bye-bye.